All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Stran.
You know, every year that I came to the finals, that I've been here, I had one prayer that I never really necessarily prayed to win, but I prayed for the opportunity. I prayed for the opportunity to have that situation. My prayer has always been, just let me have an opportunity for a gold buckle, Father. Just let me be able to, whenever I go to, I leave the arena after the 9th go-round, whenever they're doing all the stats and everybody's doing all the figuring like they're doing right now for these guys that are fixing to go out there tonight, just let my name be in the mix to where I would have a chance, an opportunity for that. And I've been fortunate enough a couple of times that it did. It has been. I was the guy that got the rope last. And then if you rope last tonight, you'll see that those are the guys that are winning the world because they go in world standings order. And after the 9th go-round of that year, I just said thank you. Thank you, because now I had one thing that I said to myself, finish it. Finish it. Because what is it of all things that athletes, especially professional athletes, they want to have tied to their name, they want to leave as their legacy, is this. They want to be somebody that's a finisher. They want to be somebody that's good in the clutch. They want to be, they want that guy that's got that's what you're, because you've worked your entire life, your career, to be able to be in that position and to be able to go on and be able to finish it. Just do what you do. Be that person that has ice water in their veins. And for me, it was one of those situations I'm just like, I was so thankful. I relished in that moment of thinking, this is what I've done all this. I let it. I went to bed that night, and it was such a sense of accomplishment. Instead of the 9th go-round, the night after the 9th go-round, that 10th go-round night, being hard to sleep, it wasn't for me because I had accomplished what I really wanted to do, was to be in that moment, to be able to let something that I'd worked for my entire life, I had accomplished my goal. And for me, this was probably, it's whatever, but it was so much tied up to in it that I was just so thankful for the moment and thankful for that opportunity. And I just think that I really didn't have a clue what I was going to say. I didn't expect that to happen. And so it wasn't like I had some kind of long speech written up that I was fixing to give some kind of award-winning speech there. I couldn't even get words to come out of my mouth. And what came out, I had to listen to it on the TV deal to really realize what I had said. But I really meant that, and it's still that for way to me. You don't have to have won some award or somebody to have called you something that it's good for you to have reached your goal in life, or for you to reach your potential, or to arrive someplace. To me, it's so important. Just God's got a purpose for each one of us. He's got a goal for each one of us, and it's not in 2008 for me that was it. No. It's today. Today's the day for me. Today's the day for you. This is what our goal is. This is what our destiny is. It's today. And tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow. And so live each day to its fullest. Whether it's somebody handing you a gold buckle, or whether you're going to take a final exam someplace, or whether you're going to go back to work on Monday and come back to the real world, that you don't hand somebody $10 whenever they open a door for you. Any of y'all that's been in Vegas as long as I have, money gets to where it's like, it's just a 10 spot. Here you go. Thanks for opening the door for me. You know what? Come back to Texas. We don't give somebody $10 whenever they open the door for us. All right? I got a little poem here. I don't know if it's a poem. Somebody gave me this. It says winner versus loser. The winner is always part of the answer. The loser is always part of the problem. The winner always has a program. The loser always has an excuse. Winner says, let me do it for you. The loser says, that's not my job. The winner sees an answer in every problem. The loser sees a problem in every answer. The winner sees a green near every sand trap. The loser sees 2 or 3 sand traps near every green. The winner says it may be difficult, but it's possible. The loser says it may be possible, but it's too difficult. Be a winner. You know, have any of y'all ever seen the movie Cool Runnings? It was about the Jamaican bobsled team. Any of y'all that haven't seen this movie, I'm probably dating myself. It's probably made in the early 90s probably. Jamaica, there was 3 sprinters from Jamaica that were 100-yard dash sprinters. In the Olympic trials, one of them tripped all 3 of them, in other words, the 3 favorites tripped each other and fell. They didn't qualify for the Olympics in the 100 meters. They were favorites to win. One of them was a favorite to win the 100 meters in the Olympics. They didn't even qualify to get to go. So one of them had a dream of being in the Olympics, and that was his lifetime goal and dream, was to make the Olympics. Now, it was, of course, running the 100 meters, but by that, he was not going to be able to reach his destiny because that was a lifelong goal. So he decides, hey, we can qualify. Jamaica doesn't have a bobsled team, and so we can qualify and go in the bobsled, right? Well, anyway, it's a great movie, and during the movie, it's so, man, there's so many things that parallel. You wouldn't think it, but in any sport, they parallel what you go through in rodeo. And during this whole movie, one of the guys doesn't know a whole lot about Buckingham Palace. And he's got a picture of Buckingham Palace as a goal of his. And he's carried it around in his wallet. And one of the guys sees it, and he says, what's this? And he said, I'm going to live there someday. And the other guy knows it's Buckingham Palace, and he says, that's where the Queen of England lives, sir. You know, buddy. And he starts making fun of him. He said, you'll never live there. And he makes fun of him. And anyway, he wads the guy that has been carrying this for years in his wallet, finally realizing there's no possibility for him to live in this palace. He wads it up and he throws it in the trash. Now, the guy that was the instrumental in getting these guys in the bobsled deal to start with, he sees what happens, and he sees the importance of this dream, this goal that his buddy has. He goes over and he gets it out of the trash. He mashes the crinkles out of it, and he hands it to him, and he said, you go get your palace. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I've lived that so many times in my life. I heard I was too old. I worked out too much. I heard a lot of things, okay? I saw a lot of people crumble up that piece of paper and throw it in the trash. But I had some people around me that went and got that piece of paper out and mashed the crinkles out of it and handed it back to me and say, you go get your palace. I was a kid in college, in high school. Didn't pay much attention to anything in class. He doodled all the time. He was always doing cartoony stuff on his paper. Said he'd never amount to anything. Said he didn't pay attention. He wasn't very intelligent. He didn't have very much talent or ability. This same kid, later on in life, went to college. He wanted to be an illustrator. Nobody would give him a chance. He took a job as an illustrator, and they said, your drawings are too cartoonish. Will never work. heard he couldn't a whole lot. Lots of people telling him that he wasn't talented. He didn't have very much ability. Well, he put it all on the line, financed it himself, all of his money that he could gather up, put himself in business. The guy is Dr. Seuss. He heard he couldn't year after year after year from the time he was a little kid, but he never gave up on his dream. He never, and how many, I mean, he's the guy, he went from being somebody that was a cartoon guy to he won so many awards. Dr. Seuss is the guy that wrote Green Eggs and Ham. I mean, he's had movies, he's had theater, he's had every kind of accolade you can imagine. This come from a guy that had how many times he couldn't. There's another guy that I'm a little bit closer to than that he tried to get into vet school 6 different times. And 6 different times they told him, no, you can't. He wouldn't give up on his dream. He knew that it was God's calling in his life, his passion. He finally got in, dyslexia and all. And now, I mean, he doesn't do that much for the animals, but he clones them. It's Dr. Greg Veniclausen. He's probably worked on more NFR horses than anybody I know. Speed Williams moved to Canyon, Texas because of Dr. Veniclausen. Trevor still sends a trailer to Dr. Veniclausen full of horses. He wouldn't give up on his dream, his passion. I think it's so important that we don't give up on our dreams. We don't give up on our passion, because every one of us have something in us that God has given. That's God-given. That didn't come from anybody else. That came from God. You've got something inside of you that God has called you for. He's blessed you with the ability. And the thing about it is this: you are the best you that you can be. So go be you. Go follow. Go see what your dream is. Go see what your passion is. Go after it with everything you have. Pray for opportunity. Look for the opportunity. They're there. It doesn't have to be the 10th go-round for us to go, okay, I finally arrived at my destiny for me to reach my end goal. Nah, that was just something along the way. That was something that was real dear to me. But if I really look at it, and I really look at it in the realistic sense, I have those kind of things every day in my life. Now, I can be too busy trying to reach this ultimate goal of another gold buckle, or reaching some kind of status, or some kind of mark with money, or some kind of something that's a man-made object that will definitely get away. That's not what it's all about. It's about what I can do with those things to be able to make an eternal, a lasting difference with not just me, but with my kids' kids, and the people that are surrounding right around me. Because we have opportunities if we just look for them. The little ones are probably the most important ones. The day-to-day assignments. Before you can be faithful with a lot, you have to be faithful in a little. Pay attention to the details. We are so fortunate and so blessed to be able to, I know, I'll speak for me. How about that? I am. I mean, to be in a position to where we still live in America, where we can still stand up here and talk about faith. We have a business owner, the MGM believed in David Isham enough to be able to give him this building. David Isham believed in this, what he's doing right here. He believed in it enough he believed in me enough to give me the opportunity to be able to, hey, Speak your faith. He gives the floor to Big Al. Big Al, you know, sharing life. That's all it is. Just share life. Just share your life. We don't need to read some kind of motivational book. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I read a little bit, and I do, and I like information. But life's what it's all about. The people that you touch, the people that you can put your hands on, and that you can make an lasting impression in their life, not next week, not next year, not 10 years from now, today. Today. Because that's all we're really guaranteed is just today. And we're really not guaranteed today. I mean, we're guaranteed right now. That's about all I can speak for. So, the theme of this whole week that I tried to keep was whatever you do regularly will determine what you'll have eventually. Well, I regularly want to sow life, where eventually I will have life. Not necessarily for me, but for my kids and my kids' kids and their kids and the people that are around me. Because if I can make a difference in my little small circle, man, then that's the way the world has changed. One person at a time. So I thank y'all for coming today. Thank you for being here. For those of y'all that have been here, Rob, thank you for coming every day. Rob Smith has to do a deal every night, and he gets up every morning that he's known about this, and he's been here every morning. He's been one of my supporters. Big Al is one of my mentors, always been. And I just think the life that these guys are speaking, and my family for what they've done to me and what they've been for me and helped me to be able to be, I wouldn't have not been able to achieve any of that without their support and help. And that's what I encourage you to be. Be an encourager. Be somebody. Be an overcomer. Be somebody that is that person that encourages people. And we'll make the world a better place, one person at a time.